he's doing, how it all turned to lies. Sometimes I think that it's better to never ask why.
Hello and welcome to SME'S Weekly on this beautiful Thursday afternoon right here on Galactic Television, where we discuss ways of growing our micro, small and medium enterprises. I am Izune Egasi. Many thanks for joining me. Alright, welcome back. You are watching SME'S Weekly. Now, without much ado, let's get to the business of the day. Let's talk about entrepreneurship. The question is, how do we get it right from the start? Well, former President, Nigeria British Chamber of Commerce, NBCC, Prince Adedakwa Adelegan, has some answers to that question. Do stay tuned.
Sometimes I think that it's better to never ask why.
If you're a good cook, you like food, you want to start business, just go to the food business, look at the value chain and take something there. It will be a natural one, isn't it? You'll be able to do it easily, you won't need people to tell you what to do, you already know what to do, isn't it? And you will have quick success. It's your first business, and it's said that when you are at the level of your initial comfort in that business, you should get as your peak. And the peak period is a place of strength where your business is thriving and you're doing very well. But incidentally, growth from that peak is a growth towards a likely depreciation. But one of the challenges is that choosing your first curve. So I would advise that your first business should be a business that is close to your passion. If you're good at cooking, for God's sake, look for something in the food value chain and do. If you are good at making people look beautiful, look at fashion. If you like dancing and singing in the bathroom, then look at the creative industry. Because when you take a first curve that is close to your nature and you have quick success, then you have set yourself up for consistent increase in your productivity and the ability to create second and third curves.
Sometimes I think that it's better to never ask why.
Alright, I hope you did learn something from that. Like he said, start up with what you have passion for. Well, I love to teach music and I'm thinking of doing, that on the sidelines. Okay, so away from that, the main source of livelihood for many is agriculture. Now, approximately 70% of the people directly rely on agriculture as a means of living. Now, this high percentage in agriculture is as a result of non-development of non-agricultural activities to absorb the fast-growing population. Now, let's take a look at a documentary on improving smallholder farmers' access to market. Don't go away.
Sometimes I think that it's better to never ask why.
Rising food prices, periodic drought and food shortages have become a major concern of African governments and the donor communities in recent years. Smallholder farmers are the backbone of agricultural production throughout East Africa, yet they face many challenges including access to adequate storage and drying facilities, knowledge of good post-harvest and drying facilities. As a result, there are significant post-harvest losses and most food security programs and projects continue to focus primarily on food production. Little work has been done on how to improve producer links to market or to improve product handling and storage. The Market Linkages Initiative (MLI), an $11.5 million project funded by the United States Agency for International Development and Implementation, implemented by Karana Corporation in partnership with ACDI, VOCA, aims to improve food security by integrating smallholder food producers into national and regional markets. Implemented in Kenya, Malawi, Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi and Congo, The 2-year project's objectives have been to build farmer capacity in post-harvest handling, improve product quality, and reduce post-harvest losses, as well as promote integrated grain storage systems, support agricultural market institutions, and promote knowledge sharing amongst value chain actors. MLI provides training, technical assistance, and grants the finance the refurbishment of grain storage infrastructure, which strengthen post-harvest capacity in staple food value chain. At the farmer level, MLI provides training in crop conditioning, grain handling equipment, and market information. In Makindu, Kenya, as in all other regions where the project was implemented, farmers tell of past hardships, including problems of pests, mycotoxins, and significant post-harvest losses that come with poor storage and handling. Poor practices translate into financial losses for the farmers and dangerous nutritional risk, including potentially fatal aflatoxin poisoning. Farmer training sessions educate beneficiary farmers on proper crop handling and storage technique.
Tulikuwa tu tunauza na tunanunua chakula mbaya, hatujui ile nzuri na ile baya, lakini siku hizi wametupea vitu za kujua na wametusomesha chakula ambayo iko na aflatoxin na ambayo haina.
MLI partnered with 10 training service providers to deliver training to over 23,000 farmers and traders, including about 8,900.
I believe that with the kind of intervention that we are putting to them, that there is going to be a lot of improvement if they put the right emphasis on the critical points that we have pinpointed.
During its 2-year implementation period, MLI was also able to successfully launch the first real-time market information system in Malawi, allowing farmers to access market prices and buy location information for 5 different crops through SMS messages on their mobile phones. MLI subcontracted Isoko, known for its development of MIS in West Africa, to develop the system. By project, a private sector firm purchased an Isoko franchise and only ensured the sustainability of this MIS platform that in 5 months of implementation reached 4,017 farmers, allowing them to make informed sales decisions.
Soga ntanze tufanya kuti misika yokulikira mbewu ndi misika yokuti tizitha kuipeza musavuta. Tizitha kugulisa foni kwa imbira anthu amene esoko kuti akacho kathandiza transport yoti tengere mbewu za.
MLI also worked on level 1 above farmers in the value chain by supporting the expansion of a network of crop collectors centers, known as Village Aggregation Centers or VACs, throughout East Africa. Farmers are limited to national and regional markets. The distance and cost to reach these often drive farmers to sell itinerant at any price offered. Through a merchant grant fine, MLI incentivized the creation of professionally equipped VSAs in villages near farmers, thereby bringing the market closer to them. MLI partnered with private sector actors, farmer cooperatives, small, medium and large traders and grain warehouse operators. MLI also co-financed the purchase of grain handling equipment such as moisture meters and weighing scales of over 331 VSAs. This equipment is a new technology for traders and farmers in the region who can now measure the exact moisture content of the crop and base purchase price upon known quality. Crop handling training to farmers combined with a better understanding of how crops are graded and prices are set creates a more transparent relationship between small farmers and the buyers of their crops, thereby building trust and more productive long-term business relationships.
Good products will always fetch good prices. When they bring good products, like the way you are seeing them grading here, if a farmer brings a product of raw quality and then it is graded, something is rejected. When something is rejected, that is loss of income.
MLI support of the farmers level contributes to more quality grains. Support at the VSC level contributes to more volume and improved relationship between farmers and buyers. To ensure the farmers and buyers have been linked to national and regional markets, MLI channel support through gain bulking centers, the larger size storage warehouses that receive crop from the VSs. Too often in the past, donor or government programs built warehouses that were not connected to regional training systems. Grain bulking center operators who were best positioned to know where aggregation points can be strengthened often lack sufficient financing to undertake larger capital investments with a 50% cost-sharing requirement. MLI $5 million grant program leveraged over $5 million from private sector traders, processors and farmers cooperatives. MLI partnered with 2 grantees in Burundi, 6 in Rwanda, 6 in Uganda, 5 in Kenya and 10 in Malawi to refurbish the better equipped GDCs. In rural Malawi, young Lafifi Yambia is the envy of his peers because at the age of 29, he is a successful grain bulking center operator and is changing the lives of his community for the better.
If you look at my old warehouse and the warehouse I'm almost completing now, you will notice that indeed there is a very big difference. And initially I used maybe to keep very little stocks, forcibly done because I couldn't maybe maintain big volumes in my warehouse.
Rebasing the GDCs and equipping them with dryers and grain handling equipment allows for greater volumes of staple food crops to be aggregated and stored in quality conditions, directly contributing to regional food security. The improvement of the infrastructure has motivated 5 GDC operators to offer public storage in Kenya, Burundi and Uganda. This is a valuable service that over time can contribute significantly to the viability of staple food in between harvest and the stability of crop prices. All in all, MLI's interventions are woven together to strengthen regional food security. The results of the project's strengthening of linkages across the vehicle chain are already evident. In Malawi, the creation of the Market Information System has allowed the agricultural commodities system exchange to directly link farmers to buyers, ensuring a more formal and transparent contract farming system.
When there is a good offer or trade opportunity in the urban area, we send it out. We only profiled 250 farmers, and the first month where we really took this on, we made 62 contracts, nearly 1,600 metric tons.
This new work of doing things, connecting farmers to market, is building better incomes and uplifting livelihoods. These jubilant farmers here used to plant maize, which was unsuitable for the very largely dry climates in the region. They are now planting sorghum for a new system of VS season and a major bulking center put up by Smart Logistics Solution, a private company and facilitated by the USAID Market Linkages Initiatives.
MLI has been a resounding success. MLI was intended to be a pilot activity to see how aggregating grains from many small farmers into a larger center could impact on improving the trading system.
The project strategy of working through GBCs that have backward linkages to farmers and forward linkages to national and regional markets has contributed to over 70,000 metric tons supplied by smallholder farmers, to the tune of 60,000 farmers that were supplying these project-supported facilities.
I'm very happy about this project, and I think it has changed my life, and it has changed the way I'm going to do things in the future. I would like actually to sincerely thank USAID and MLI.
And that's a wrap-up of today's show. I'm Isn't Agassi. Till I come your way again, keep thinking of a business you can start up and, of course, begin as soon as possible. Bye for now.
Ever wonder about what he's doing?